The Walking Dead Season 11 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, I was able to watch the episode early on the Amazon Prime AMC channel, so if you're not caught up to the point where I am, if you're watching The Walking Dead, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. This will be The Walking Dead Season 11, Episode 21. The title of this episode is called Outpost 22. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. The episode intro is another Judith narration showing scenes of Maggie being on The Walking Dead. Some pretty touching moments there. And then we start officially with Maggie being taken by the Commonwealth and her being transported along with Father Gabriel and Rosita. The Commonwealth guard that had been watching them while in the vehicle had fallen asleep. So Maggie is able to get out of her restraints. She's able to let Father Gabriel and Rosita go as well. And as Maggie's trying to leave the vehicle, the Commonwealth trooper wakes up and tries to stop her. In that process, the driver of the vehicle is shot and killed, and that causes the vehicle to crash. Maggie's okay. The other soldier is dead, or trooper, and she's trying to grab a gun that's next to the driver of the vehicle that had been killed, and then more vehicles approach, so Maggie just decides to run away. And then we see Rosita laying there not really moving much, and a Commonwealth trooper Walker is about to get Rosita until Gabriel makes the save. Ezekiel and company are woken up while being transported. Annie notices that one of the trucks is missing. Negan says no sign of Maggie, Gabriel, and Rosita, and actually seems very concerned about that fact. The warden tells some people, including Annie, to leave the vehicle, and Negan promises to get them out of this as Annie is being transferred somewhere else. A child walker is after Maggie, and then we see a very quick scene that Herschel was taken by the Commonwealth troopers. Maggie just can't kill the child walker, so she just avoids it and walks really fast away from it. It, of course, follows her. Rosita had dislocated her arm, but Gabriel is able to put it back into place, and Gabriel tells Rosita to quit bitching and move forward because she's kind of annoyed. They hear a train. Daryl and Carol have their eyes on the train. Daryl also sees that Connie has also been taken and put on this train. Daryl and Carol drive to what they think will be the train's next stop or destination. Maggie is walking on the train tracks. A Commonwealth trooper is on a motorcycle to where she is, her location. And the child walker is also there as it had been following Maggie. So Maggie ends up killing the Commonwealth trooper, and the child walker attacks Maggie. And after some hesitation, Maggie eventually kills the child walker. Very touching moment there. And Maggie, of course, feels really bad about it. Daryl and Carol show up in their Jeep that they had taken, and then they showed up where Maggie is. And Maggie cries to Carol about killing the child walker. It's not something that she wanted to do. That's why she didn't kill it in the first place, but she kind of had to because she was unable to apparently push it off when it was by her unless she killed it. Gabriel and Rosita meet up with Maggie and Carol. Daryl, while this is happening, is talking to a Commonwealth trooper that's been bitten. He wants him to do something good with the time that he has left. Daryl says he wants his kids back and kicks the Commonwealth trooper. You want to die quick, or do you want to die screaming? Father Gabriel actually knows the Commonwealth trooper, as he had been showing up at his church, but he never talked to him. But he wanted to, he says. Gabriel gets him to talk and tells him that their friends will be used for labor and says people that go on the train are never seen again. I believe that's what he said, but I didn't go back to listen exactly. I think that's what he said, though. So if I'm wrong there, I apologize. That's what he mentioned. Negan had asked a Commonwealth trooper about where Annie went, and he's hit with a weapon and told to get back to work. Kelly wants to escape, but Ezekiel stops her, and then some people that did try to escape are actually shot and killed on the spot. So Kelly thought it would be easy to get away, but it wouldn't have been easy, and she would have been killed if it wasn't for Ezekiel. Daryl, Carol, Rosita, Gabriel, and Maggie go after the train. Daryl and Carol start to shoot at the Commonwealth soldiers or troopers that are on the train, and then eventually they're able to save Connie. And this one Commonwealth trooper was going to kill Connie and made Daryl put down his crossbow and his gun, and then he took off on a motorcycle that was on the or electric bike that was on the train. It was a motorcycle, I believe. And Daryl goes after this Commonwealth trooper. He catches up to him, and eventually he's knocked off his bike and laid on the ground, and then Daryl stabs and kills him. They take the conductor of the train alive, and he mentions to them that there is a map on the train, but the conductor actually ends up stabbing himself in the throat as he doesn't want his family tortured if he helps our group here from Alexandria or the joint communities. Negan tells Ezekiel that he wants to get on the same page with him. He tells him he's coming to him as a soon-to-be father and wants to put their shit aside. Ezekiel tells Negan he's with him. Connie tells Daryl that she can't lose Kelly. Negan, Kelly, and Ezekiel are actually being taken to Alexandria, which is now called Outpost 22. Maggie says that Milton has underestimated them since day one. They're going to get their kids, and take back their home and make it right. And Pamela is never going to see it coming. And that is the end of the episode. So it was a pretty good episode. I was expecting a little bit more in this episode. I thought we would get maybe 1 or 2 character deaths, but we didn't get any of that. Just a bunch of Commonwealth soldiers dying and some close calls. Namely Rosita, when she was just laying there kind of not moving. But luckily for Father Gabriel, he was there and was able to save Rosita. So as far as the score of this particular episode of The Walking Dead, I'm going to give it an 8.4 out of 10. Again, I liked it. There were some good tension moments, but they could have done a little bit more in this episode, but they're obviously saving some things for the end. I don't think there's going to be a lot of character deaths now. I think we're going to get 1 major character death, possibly 2, and that's going to be it. We've already seen the people from the Commonwealth die, like Sebastian and Lance Hornsby, and I think we'll get 1 or 2 deaths on our joint community side. So my character of the episode is going to be Maggie. I thought this was a really good Maggie episode, especially the touching moment where she has to kill the child walker, and then she's really sad about it, and Carol has to comfort her. So you've heard what I have to say. Now, of course, it's your turn if you're a fan of The Walking Dead and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Even a couple more likes go a long way, so make sure you smash that like button. Share the video with whomever you want. Put this video on one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of The Walking Dead, Outpost 22. What would you rate the episode? Who would be your character of the episode? And if you have a favorite moment, that would be awesome to share as well. I like the whole train, where they take over the train, or the scene with Negan talking to Ezekiel, but he's not actually looking at him. He's looking this way, Ezekiel's looking this way, and he's just trying to communicate, hey, we got to put our shit aside. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel. You're watching the video anyway. Join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.